Hi, good day. My name is Rocky Aguilera, and welcome to my HCI Assignment 1 Need Finding Usability. Now, the purpose of this assignment is to observe people interacting with everyday devices and trying to perform well-defined tasks, and also reflecting on why some of these devices are much simpler to use than others. For this assignment, I have chosen a photocopy machine, Task Alpha 3051 CI. Now this machine is something that was introduced to our company probably about 2 weeks ago, and it has a few specifications that are supposed to be much more advanced than the previous machines that we have. So we have up to 30 pages per minute A4 in color. We have advanced color technology, and something that has actually been a bit of an increase, where we have 160 gigabyte hard drive that is actually on the machine, and you can actually access it by using a flash drive and input information, documents, probably templates that you need to store for easy retrieval by printing. You can store it on the actual memory itself. Now this machine is a bit more advanced than some of the machines that we had previously, where there is a touchscreen and also a keypad, and there are a lot of menus that are actually on the keypad itself, on the touchscreen, that you can access further information or go further into the actual brain of the machine. What we have is actually two participants that are actually new to this machine, but they have worked with other photocopy machines previously. Now the technique that we're using is participant observation, and it was coined by Yogi Berra. Alright, and what he said basically is that you can observe a lot just by watching. So what we're going to do is just look and observe the interaction with the participants and this machine.
Task Alpha 3050 CI. Right. Now this machine normally performs different functionalities of photocopying, also scanning, and also printing from computers. Okay, so it's hooked up to a machine that we use each and every day. Firstly is going to be printing a document. Now this document is on single sheets, so the task is to be able to print it onto two-sided sheets. And also, while doing this, we are going to see if we can also print something from the computer and stop the printing of this document to allow the printing from the computer to pass through. Alright, so it's basically three tasks in one. One is to photocopy this document, which is in single sheets, into double-sided sheets, and also to interrupt the printing of the document to allow a document from the computer to go through. Okay, so we have two persons here today. So we're going to start first with John. Alright, so can you explain the first thing you do with the document?
First you want to put the document into the feed tray. Once you see the light come on, you know that the printer has recognized that there is paper. Okay. Next you want to come on to the touch screen area, and you want to press the duplex button. On pressing the duplex button, you will see four main options come up, which is one-sided to one-sided, one-sided to two-sided, two-sided to one-sided, and two-sided to two-sided. So what it is we are aiming for is to get the one-sided to two-sided, and we would press that option. And pressing that option, everything else will be automatically done, as in the paper selection, and we only want to get one copy. And what you could probably check for after, providing that we are interested in that, is turning it from black and white and go full color. Next, you will just press start, and the printer will do the rest of the work.
Okay, so now we have this red flashing light here. That indicate anything?
Oh, just how the letter size finish.
Okay.
That is the
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so it indicated that the paper was, well, there's no paper present, and you just give you the option to choose, right? Alright, so you're going to use somebody else. Devi, can you just send something to print this time? Now, if we need to say this document was 500 pages long, what would you do to stop the document and probably print a 2-page document coming from the computer, which has more priority?
And there's an interrupt button on the printer here, and we will use this button, and what will happen is that the printer would pause the existing copies in order to cater for the document that is being sent from the computer.
Okay.
So we just come to see the status, see what's going on. As you can see here, the first document that we had scanning from one-sided to two-sided has been interrupted according to the screen, and we are just waiting on the second document that was sent from the computer.
Now, in terms of the usability of this system, how did you find this system, the usability of this system? How easy was it? How difficult? What tasks did you find more difficult to complete?
Now, with respect to this system, it was very easy due to the fact that there's a touchscreen display as well as a knob display or a touchscreen area. So basically, the printer lets you know everything that has to be done, what to press, when to press it, if there's anything that needs being addressed, and the usability overall with respect to the amount of color options, the interrupt button, start, stop, reset, and the overall accessibility of the touchscreen is very easy. In layman terms, anybody could use this printer. It's a printer that you could have in your workplace and use. It's easy to learn, and it would be a great asset to any business.
Okay, so just continuing the need finding project, so we have another candidate. Okay, so as you see, the document is printing. So it's pulling, and you have the visuals from the on-screen of the printer. Now we're going to get something else sent to print from the computer. Let's send something. Let's send it. Alright, so you're going to get something sent to print from the computer, and it's going to be interrupted. Okay, so what's the process going right now?
I went into the job status, the printing status. I did a priority override to send the document that came from the computer to the top position, so to print that. So that's continuing to print what I set to copy.
Okay, so you went here into the job status.
Job status,
right,
and priority override.
Priority override. Okay.
And send that job to the top.
Right, so this job is printing, and then it will continue to print the other document. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, now can you describe the use of this system in comparison to others? Okay, so the other document is printed now. Okay. Yeah, in terms of Now, you have experience with other printers and other photocopy machines.
Yeah.
So in terms of your experience with using this machine, how is that for you?
This particular printer, the formats are laid out here pretty easily to understand, so it was easy to figure out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks very much. Enjoy the rest of the day.
So after the interaction with the both users, we have here John and Gomez. Some of the things that we'll learn from the observation is, for John, he was excited to use the device as a first-time user, and Gomez, on the other hand, was a bit hesitant to use the device as a first-time user. Okay, we found that John, initially the task was easy as he had experience with a machine of the similar type, so he knew exactly how to feed the machine, what to expect when feeding the machine to operate the first task. And the same thing with Gomez. She found it easy to put the paper into the feeder and start operating the machine. Right. Now John found the second task a bit daunting at first, and then quickly saw a solution by screening the keypad where he saw the input button, and there we saw that the structure of the keypad, in more or less having an interrupt button on the on the keypad visible for the user, it was easy for him to get his task completed. With the second task for Gomez, what we saw is that it was simple, but she took a different solution from John by actually prioritizing the new document that was coming from the printer instead of actually going to the input button. And this was done more or less because she had experience with a machine of a different type. When I spoke to her after, we found out that it was a Canon machine that she had, that she used before, that had that functionality. Now the interface on the device was very usable, as seen, so we could see how quick and efficient the tasks were achieved, and both users seem comfortable with the device after starting to interact with it. John was even a little bit more excited because you saw the elation in terms of how easy and simple the user interface was for him. Right. So what we coined, or what I more or less went into looking at the definition of usability, and I found this on a website, and this is by Jacob Nielsen on January 4th, 2012. What he wrote, usability is a quality attribute that assesses how the user interfaces are used. Right? So you have four quality components: learnability, which is how easy it is for the users to accomplish basic tasks at the time they encounter the design. You saw that once the both participants were given tasks, as soon as they saw the interface, it was easy for them to start operating and accomplishing the tasks that were given to them because of how usable and how learnable the device was. Efficiency, right? Once the users have learned the design, how quickly they can perform the tasks. Memorability, when users return to the design after a period of not using it, how easy they can re-establish proficiency. Errors, how many errors the user actually makes and how severe these errors are, right? And how easily they can recover from the errors. Right. Satisfaction, how pleasant it was to use the design. Now another key attribute is utility, and utility refers to the design's functionality. Does it do what the user actually wants or needs? Usability and utility are equally important and together determine whether something is useful. It matters little if something is easy if it is not what you want. Utility is whether it provides the features you need, and the definition of usability is how easy and pleasant these features are to use. And the usefulness of a device equals the usability plus the utility. How to improve usability? And we have three components. One, you get hold of some of the representative users, such as your customers, right? And find out either by interviewing them or possibly even doing exactly what we did here today. Observe how they use your product and see how easy it is for them to use. That's it for this assignment, or this usability assignment, HCI. I hope that you have learned something from this video, and hope to see you soon. Goodbye.